Hello guys, this has been a very long time since I have uploaded on this YouTube channel. I'm not even gonna get into stuff because frankly, life just happens. So I have been wanting to come back but do like something that has always been very easy for me, which is just to ramble about my thoughts. And I don't even care if anybody watches these videos. I'm just doing it for myself to find kind of like a visual diary where I just talk about things because I do love writing and I'm like big into writing and stuff. But I've always like for so long, the one thing that's been the hardest for me is to actually write about like my thoughts and feelings on things. Like I could write fiction, but for some reason like just airing out my thoughts, like it's just so hard because I feel like my brain goes so fast. So I've decided to just turn this channel into that. And I don't even know if that's gonna happen. This could be the only video I upload. But I'm going to just talk about things. And yeah, and frankly just for myself. So I can come back and remember like something, or just kind of like a time capsule, just like my thoughts and feelings on things. So today's video is going to be talking about something that I personally have always kind of just like really struggled with. I feel like a lot of us struggle with this thing, and I wanted to talk about it, kind of air it out, you know? So something that I have been doing and that I have been trying to do for so long in my life. I've always struggled with like putting myself out there. Everybody does, but I have always really struggled with that, and sometimes I feel like very alone and stuff because I see so many other people I want to be like I consider myself a big extrovert, but I'm more of a wounded extrovert due to my severe anxiety, like social anxiety. My anxiety got so bad, like I have a lot of different forms of anxiety. I have panic disorder, social anxiety, generalized anxiety, like so many other things that I even think I developed a form of agoraphobia after COVID. Like especially like 2021 hit me the most hardest. I couldn't leave my house and I had to be in exposure therapy for like over a year or 2 years. It was a very long treatment. Like 2023 I started to actually start to make a lot more progress. Like I had made some progress, but that year I really did start to make more progress. And then 2024, life was really finally going on track. So yeah, and 2025 was probably one of the best years with all that, where like I was afraid to leave the house. I couldn't go to leave the house. I had to do a lot of stuff to get out of the house. I got a job, I went to school, I did so much, and now I'm putting myself out there and going places by myself, which is terrifying. This year is definitely showing me that I have been needing to put myself out there. I feel like last year I really did like just kind of go in blind, because sometimes I would have somebody to help me, either therapist or friend or family, like somebody who could help me sometimes. Like there were times I still did stuff by myself, but it wasn't until like the end of 2025, like fall, that especially in school I started stepping up and doing things on my own, going to things by myself. And yeah, and now I'm doing that even more this year, and it feels terrifying. Like I literally sometimes can't like stop thinking about something I have to go do for days before, and people with anxiety understand this. Like it's just overthinking, and I have a fear of like entering spaces still. It's very hard for me to walk through doors because I do not know what is on the other end of that door, and it is absolutely terrifying, and it is so hard, and it doesn't make sense unless you've experienced it, but it is terrifying and it's so hard, and I just can't I can't put it into words. But trust me, the fear is there, and it's much more than a fear. It's crippling. Like you can't move. I feel like I can't move. I'm stuck. My body physically is stuck, but yet I still have pushed forward because I see the life I want and I'm going after it. So I recently, like not recently, but like in March, something new I did was join a church, which I have a long story about my relationship with all of that, so we're not gonna get into that today. But I found a church that actually aligned with my views and values, and I wanted to try it out. It's an Episcopal church, and I have been loving it. I have started to make friends and meet people, and I've gotten to talk to all the clergy, and it's just super fun. I'm still in the beginning phase, but I'm getting more out of the beginner phase. Like, I'm actually starting to create more relationships, even though it's not as much as I wish. But that is getting ahead of myself. I need to let the process. And that's the thing I want to talk about today. Okay? I want to give a little history so we know where we are today. And so today I'm talking about like the struggle of putting yourself out there, and why I see so many people talking about this online, and why I think a lot of us are addressing it the wrong way. I'm not trying to say it's your experiences are invalid and stuff, because frankly sometimes you go to a space that just isn't, the people are not reciprocative no matter how hard you try. Like, they do not receive your invitation or your wanting to be a part of things, you know, so they don't welcome you. I am mainly just like not going to be invalidating that as your experience, but I feel like a lot of times we're I don't know. I think sometimes we're looking in the wrong places, or we're not doing the right thing. And I have always felt like that, and I still feel like that sometimes, where I feel like everywhere I go, people have friends, and it is hard. But the thing is, that has always been my case. I am somebody who has traveled and moved around a lot, so I have learned how to adapt to make friends. I still struggle, especially with my anxiety, but I knew if my anxiety didn't exist, I would be able to make friends with a lot of people in new spaces, because that's what I'm used to. And that's why I feel like a lot of it is like, yeah, new and scary for me, but also like it's not. Like, I have, like, yeah, as a kid, like, I still have my parents and stuff sometimes with me, but like, I don't know, there were still things that I did by myself, school groups that I was a part of, that I was just like, you know, doing by myself. And I was still able to make lots of friends and have great experiences and be a part of things, no matter how often I moved or went to new places and stuff. So the thing that I think we all are missing when we come to this core conversation of this stuff is how I feel like we approach it. I feel like a lot of us come from a more negative point of view, which I get. I get it. I be there sometimes. Like, I literally do sometimes just be there. And I just don't think that that is the way to do it. I personally, over these last couple months, have started to have realizations that, yes, it is slow progress sometimes, but it is just showing up. Every day, you just have to keep showing up. You have to keep putting yourself out there. You have to keep believing that what you're going to be, like, the relationships you're going to foster, like, are going to be amazing. You have to keep doing it. And it's very slow. And it's hard. It's uncomfortable. And the thing is, I think we're afraid of the uncomfortability. We're afraid of not knowing what to do. We're afraid of the uncertainty, the fear of rejection. Like, we are so afraid of, like, and thinking about ourselves. But yet, the other person is also thinking about themselves more than you. So, I personally think we need to approach this whole conversation about, like, the loneliness epidemic, where we just have to start putting ourselves out there. I'm not saying there isn't things that we can't control, because there are plenty of things we can't control. We can't control the way that the world is changing rapidly. We can't control the lack of third spaces. Like, I definitely agree with all of that. But I think, like, for instance, like, for me, church has always been kind of a third space. Like, I feel like so many people, like, at least where I live, it is very, like, there's a lot of things to do. And I talk to so many friends, not all my friends, but like some of my friends are like, oh, there's nothing to do here. Like, I can't find anything to do. I can't find any people to meet. I'm like, you have to literally just put yourself out there. And then I have the friends who go to everything, and I'm like, I want to be like you. So I have like friends on every side of this whole thing. And it's like, I thought that there was nothing to do here, but then I started getting involved as I got older and stuff, and more doing stuff, and like now I'm like, there's so many things to do. You have to know where to look and be a part of things. You have to go out and put yourself out there, even if you won't make friends at all. You just have to do it for the experience, for the learning thing, and I'm pretty sure you will meet people. You have to just keep putting yourself out there. And I'm saying this again as somebody who literally struggles with walking through the doors. Like, it's so scary, and I will be so awkward. I'll stand there awkwardly, like I'm such a mess, but I keep doing it. I keep showing up even though I'm petrified and scared, and I make mistakes. I don't always a part of everything. I sometimes just, like, I don't know, panic. Like, I'm not perfect. I made lots of mistakes. I've done things where I wish I had done something differently. And we just have to be okay with that. We just have to be okay with that. So I really think what you need to do is research your local area. Get involved in public libraries are great things, school stuff, church stuff. There's a lot of like churches or congregations and stuff that aren't even like really associated with like a specific religion or something. They're just there for like community stuff, and even churches that are, sometimes there is just like plain community events that you can go to. Like, I don't know, there's just a lot of things you can research and look into. I truly believe that there is something out there for you all. And I think people in like New York City, for instance, and like DC, like they always are like, everybody's like, oh, there's nothing to do here. And it's like, okay, like they're like, it's just really about you just willingly putting yourself out there and researching and trying to find something. I truly think that we need to learn to find contentment in our life currently, which that's a whole other conversation that I will gladly have, because I have been recently having a lot of contemplations on that whole concept of everything where it's like, you know, so yeah. But it is like, frankly, I think it is just what you make of it. So yeah. And if you seriously can't find anything, then let me know, like, if anybody actually is watching this video and it's not just for myself. Like, I'd be interested to know, like, is there a place where you really can't find anything? Like, I don't know, because I'm thinking like maybe the Midwest or something. Like, I lived in the Midwest for a very little portion of my childhood. I wasn't born there or anything, but I definitely like had lived there for a good chunk of my childhood. And I would say like yeah, I wasn't an adult, but I do think even then you could still find things to do, you know? So I really think you can find a lot of things to do. You just have to, again, know where to look, and you'll find it. And I'm not even gonna tackle the whole thing about fake friends and stuff, because that is everywhere, and you just have to use your own discernment. You have to know, okay? And yeah, and sometimes I'll just make a crazy fun story. That's what I tell myself, just a crazy fun story. It's like the HAR song, like 100 Bad Days. Like, that is literally like what I tell myself about my anxiety. Like, this is just gonna be a funny story one day. So yeah, okay, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little rambling. I am trying to keep this short because I realize I'm not, like, I do love editing stuff, but like I struggle with like long form editing. My attention span sucks, so I'm like not even editing these videos because I really am just doing it for myself and maybe for like my friends or something, for some people to hopefully have some encouragement, or just for myself as a reminder. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed, wonderful Sunday. It is currently Sunday right now, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And yeah, okay, remember, you are so loved. I love you, and take care and have a wonderful day. Okay, and remember, it is just what you make it. Life is literally what you make it. So you can't find a space to hang out, make friends, and you don't want to keep like showing up, but you have to keep showing up, because that is just the whole thing. That is just the whole point. Keep showing up no matter how long it takes. Okay, I've been showing up at this church since March, and I've slowly started making progress, and I keep showing up even though some days I don't want to. So that's the whole point. Okay, sorry, I should have ended it. I just wanted to finish that because I wasn't sure how I ended it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, happy day. And I will talk to y'all later. Okay, goodbye. Bye.